My name is Aman Sharma, and I'm obsessed with shattering the language barriers that cage AI reasoning. Picture this: we have just discovered that AI models possess a dormant linguistic superpower, the ability to reason across dozens of languages they were never trained on. This explosive research, cross lingual reasoning through test time scaling, breaks every assumption about multilingual AI. Models trained only in English can suddenly solve complex math problems in Bengali, decode spatial relationships in Japanese, and perform logical reasonings in Swahili, all by simply being given more time to think. The breakthrough reveals that test time scaling triggers emergent cross lingual reasoning where models naturally extract and interpret non English phrases within sophisticated reasoning chains. The results are staggering. 14 billion parameter models achieve up to 9.4% accuracy gains and outperform systems twice their size across 10 different languages. But the current work reveals critical limitations that point directly to revolutionary research frontiers. The paper shows poor cross domain generalization beyond STEM, computational inefficiencies for low resource languages, and no systematic approach to cultural reasoning consistency. This is where we push into completely uncharted territory with three transformative research directions. The first one would be adaptive reasoning architecture evolution. Current models use fixed reasoning patterns, regardless of problem complexity, cultural context. I envision systems that dynamically restructure their internal reasoning architectures based on the linguistic and cultural framework of each problem. Instead of forcing Western logical structures onto non Western problems, these systems automatically detect when a problem requires circular reasoning, patterns common in Eastern philosophy, or when holistic thinking approaches from indigenous knowledge systems would be more effective. We could develop meta learning algorithms that evolve reasoning architectures in real time, creating truly adaptive intelligence. The second one would be cross modal linguistic reasoning integration. The current work focuses purely on text based reasoning, but real world reasoning involves visual, auditory, and spatial components that vary dramatically across cultures. I propose developing systems that can reason across modalities while maintaining linguistic coherence. Imagine AI that can process a geometry problem stated in Arabic, visualize it using Japanese spatial concepts, and solve it through tactile reasoning patterns derived from cultures with rich manual craft traditions. This would require novel architectures that bind linguistic reasoning with sensory motor processing in culturally aware ways. Third, emergent linguistic reasoning synthesis. Perhaps most radically, we could develop systems that don't just reason across existing languages but synthesize entirely new reasoning languages optimized for specific problem domains. These systems would analyze problem structures and automatically generate hybrid symbolic linguistic representations that transcend the limitations of any existing language. We might discover that optimal reasoning about consciousness requires a notation system blending a Sanskrit philosophical concept with modern computational logic, or that climate modeling benefits from representations combining indigenous environmental knowledge with mathematical formalism. These directions represent a fundamental paradigm shift from building AI that thinks like us to building AI that thinks better than us by transcending the linguistic and cultural limitations that constrain human reasoning. We are not just creating better language models, we are potentially developing the first truly universal reasoning system that can harness the collective intelligence of all human cultures simultaneously. This is the frontier that drives my research vision. Building AI systems that expand what it means to reason across the full knowledge spectrum. These directions could fundamentally transform how we solve global challenges by harnessing collective reasoning wisdom from all cultures. I'm excited about pursuing this research with Cohere, whose mission to build AI that works for everyone aligns perfectly with this vision. Thank you for your consideration. I look forward to contributing to this transformative research agenda.